Hello and welcome. This is the first part of the history lesson about the United States, hyperpower, and terrorism since 2001. The USA's foreign policy in the 20th century can be described as both pragmatic, defending its own interests, and idealistic. The USA has always justified its interventions abroad in the name of democracy, peace, and the defense of fundamental human rights. Since 1991, the USA has been the leader of the New World, the only world superpower or hyperpower. However, the end of the Cold War has not been synonymous with peaceful international relations. The USA and the world are increasingly destabilized by new conflicts and new threats, especially Islamism and terrorism. The fight against terrorism has dominated the national security agenda in the United States since Al-Qaeda's terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, also referred to as 9/11. Why is Islamism a key actor in the New World Order dominated by the United States? 1. The emergence of Islamism and terrorism on the international scene, 1992 to the 2000s. A. What is Islamism? Islam is the world's second largest religion, with about 1.6 billion followers worldwide. The faith was revealed through Muhammad as the Prophet of Allah. It also means submission to Allah.
There are two main sects of Islam, Sunni and Shia. One of their main differences is in their beliefs about who were the leaders following the death of Prophet Muhammad and how they became leaders, appointed by God or elected. Islamism, in its contemporary shape, is an ideology, a movement organization, and is based on certain literal interpretations of the Quran. In particular, Islamism seeks to conform society to Sharia, the moral and religious system of law that comes from the Quran. Sharia defines a strict moral code for almost every aspect of societal and personal life, everything from trade regulations to personal hygiene, and it interprets the word Islam, which means submission, quite literally, requiring that every person either submit to Sharia or die. Not every Muslim is an Islamist. Islamists are interested in conquering. Some Islamists believe that the best way to do this is by revolution or invasion, conforming the world to Islamism through terror and state power. Others believe it is better to achieve their goals through reformation of society from the ground up. B. What is a terrorist? A terrorist is someone who uses violence, mayhem, and destruction, or threat of those things, to coerce people or countries into taking a certain action. A terrorist may be motivated by religious fervor or politics.
Criminal acts, including against civilians, committed with the intent to cause death or serious bodily injury, or taking of hostages with the purpose to provoke a state of terror in the general public, or in a group of particular persons, intimidate a population or compel a government or an international organization to do or to abstain from doing any act. Terrorists use actions such as hijackings, taking of hostages, bomb attacks, or suicide bombers.
C. Main terrorist attacks on Americans and their allies, 1979 to 2001.
Between 1979 and 2008, Muslim terrorist groups committed terrorist acts against Western targets or their allies. Between 1979 and 1992, the terrorist acts were perpetrated by different extremist groups in relation with tensions or conflicts in the Middle East. The targets were the USA and their allies, but also countries in the Middle East. After 1992, the disintegration of post-Cold War states assisted the proliferation of terrorism worldwide. The increasing willingness of religious extremists to strike targets outside immediate country or regional areas underscores the global nature of contemporary terrorism. Al-Qaeda was created. The terrorist group claims responsibility for most of the attacks in this period. The 9/11 terrorist attacks revealed to the world the destructive power of this terrorist organization. The threat became more frequent, the victims' number increased, and most of these attacks were within Western countries. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in the next video.